Hello my fellow YouTubers, I hope you're all having a great day today. Today I'm going to be reviewing another book review in which I will be reviewing The Bloodprint by Asuma Zenent Khan. Now the basic summary of this is it takes place in a land known as Hera, and it's underpowered by a dark power which is called the Talisman, which is governed, or I should say led by a villain known as the One-Eyed Preacher. Okay, yes, this is another one of those like kind of Dark Lord fantasy genres. It's an adult fantasy, by the way. Here's the twist on it. In here, instead of it being like, men that are always the ones to come and save the day, this one, in the land, we have a diverse group of women who stand up to the Talisman and the One-Eyed Preacher to help fight them off and claim back the land that is rightfully theirs. After reading this book, I'm actually going to award it a good 4.5 out of 5 stars. Let me begin why. As I just mentioned with the plot, it was very well good. I enjoyed it, hands down. It was fast-paced, easy read, and each page I read, I always was wanting more and more, even though she gave me plenty of it, but I always was like, come on, let's get more. And that drove me to continue reading this and always draw into the story more, as I felt like I was actually some of these characters and I was a part of the conflict going on that they were trying to solve. That was very well done by Khan in this story. She did a phenomenal job with that. And her whole plot right here, the way she has it based on is a lot of this stuff you see, especially on the cover, it's like based on a lot of what you should call the Middle Eastern cultures and stuff. So it's kind of like a Middle Eastern fantasy genre right there, which I've never read one of those, and this was great. I loved every aspect of it. I really found it something new I've never seen before, and whenever I find something new that's never been done before, I'm gonna go after it and test it out. This paid off hands down. She did a phenomenal job with the plot altogether. There was plenty of suspense, action. There's problems that happen, twists and turns. Their characters are always trying to find ways to get out of the situations that they're currently in, but then they'll have to face other ones that happen just shortly afterwards. It's a never-ending chain link of events that just lead to more danger, and I love that. That's what a fantasy genre should always have, hands down. And then we have the characters Arena and Cinna, which Cinna is kind of like her apprentice, and they're like two of the main characters, but they're not the only characters. There's many others that they meet along the way. I think they meet like a young slave boy or so in here, if I'm mistaken. I could be wrong, maybe he was something else, but I do remember they meet like a younger boy in this story, which that brings more conflict to the story. And it also, in a way, as since this is a fantasy story, obviously in this genre there's a lot of males that read this genre, so I understand why she put that character in here to help draw men and male audiences into reading the story more, because instead of it having to be solely based around women, which in this story, yes, they're all like pretty much female protagonists, which I actually enjoyed seeing that, because how often do we get to see that in adult fantasy? Not often. You see it all the time, like in young adult fantasy, but not so much in the adult fantasy. So I did enjoy that. I also did like how she brought like a male character in there, a younger one, because she obviously wanted to try and attract a younger audience as well. But still, they all were well developed. I enjoyed every single one of them. I felt connections to them. None of them felt like underflushed or just like thrown in there just to fill in empty subplots or plot holes that needed to be answered. No, each one had a meaning to the story, and I enjoyed each one hands down. And I know that there's supposed to be another book in this series, and there might be another one after. I'm not too sure, but I'm really excited to continue on in this story because each character was just so interesting to me that I want to know more about them, and I want to see where else they go in this series right there, because they they have so much more potential to grow as characters and prove that they're capable of anything, and that they're going to have to work together also if they want to succeed and bring peace and order back to the land that's now falling corrupt because of this new ruler and the dark power right there that they have to deal with. And just a quick summary of it, I should say more of a wrap up, is yes, the action, the plotting, and the pacing, all well done. Never felt like it was too difficult to read. I was understanding every sentence that was read. I didn't have no questions about what was going on because she explains all that in this story, hands down, and I enjoyed it. She did leave a few cliffhangers in here, but not too much. Like I've said before, cliffhangers, sequels, twists, and all that stuff, they're good to have as long as they work. If they don't work, don't put them in, don't continue it at all, just end it right there. Don't even go forward. She makes it work, and that made me love this story even more. And hell, I see myself rereading this many times over in my life. I just enjoyed it that much. And that's all I have to say about this book. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you like it, remember to hit that like button and do hit the subscribe button. Post videos every Friday, and I try to post more throughout the week, but Friday is always a guaranteed video day. Thanks again, guys, for watching this. Hope you all stay safe. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of the week.